Good afternoon, Mesa County. This is our live unemployment information update. Don't worry if you missed it. This video should still be posted, and then I'll also get it uploaded to YouTube as well. So I just want to cover some of the big things that we've been getting questions about today regarding unemployment. So one of the big things is if you're on a regular unemployment claim and you're able to request payment, you need to. If you didn't yesterday, you need to today. They're going to shut down basically everything that you'll be able to request payment through after noon tomorrow. So make sure you get those requests in. One of the big issues that people have been running into is they go into requests and it says there's no weeks available. The big thing with that is a lot of people are on PEUC, which is that federal extension, or state extended benefits. With those extensions, those are covered by what was the CARES Act that ended on December 31st. So you will not be able to request payment. You'll just have to wait for more guidance from the state, in which case they should be issuing that here in the near future. What it's going to end up being is that you'll request payments for any kind of weeks that you missed from your last request, which would have been December 26th, I believe, was the last one that everyone got paid for. And you'll be able to request those back weeks once they get the new stimulus package programmed into the unemployment system for Colorado. So don't worry about that too much. Again, you'll be getting further guidance from the state if you're on PUA or PEUC or state extended benefits. And chances are you are, if it's telling you that you have no weeks to request when you go into request payment. So don't freak out. You should be getting some information in the near future from the state regarding exactly what you need to do. Another thing we're seeing is that some people are trying to set up their MyUI Plus accounts early. You won't be able to create that account like what the guidance was telling you until the 10th, so a week from yesterday. So Sunday, January 10th is the first day you'll be able to go in to the new MyUI Plus system, type in your social, and then click on Forgot Password. If you try too early, it won't work. They're porting over everything between the 6th and the 8th of this week, which is why everything is closed down. So you won't be able to do anything until they've got everything transferred, and that's why. So January 10th or after, you'll be able to create that MyUI Plus account. In our post on Facebook, Saturday, I believe, there was a link to a Google document. I'll also post that link in the comments for this video here in a few minutes. That way anybody can check on it and see what the guidance is and how to go about it. I would also recommend checking out the MyUI Plus page on the Colorado Department of Labor and Employment's site. That's going to be coloradoui.gov, and then you can click on, I think it's Returning Claimants and then MyUI Plus. But if you want the direct link, it's going to be cdle.colorado.gov/MyUI-plus. And I'll also put that in the comments below. Another thing that we've gotten some concerns about was whether or not people are going to be able to use the Cub line after this is all done. The Cub line will still be working for all claimants who need to call in their payment requests, but it won't be working until after January 10th. So afternoon tomorrow, they'll be shutting down basically all customer service, all ways of requesting payment, and you'll have to pick up things on the 10th. All right, so again, I want to make sure everyone knows if you're on a PUA claim, you don't have to do anything. You won't be able to request payment until they've updated the state system with the new stimulus package. Once it is updated, you will be able to request your back weeks and get back paid for that time. If you're on PUA, you don't have to create a MyUI Plus account. You're already in that system. For PEUC, that's the federal extension, the 13 weeks after you exhausted your regular unemployment, you also will not be able to request payment right now. It'll tell you that there's no weeks available for you to request. That's okay. Just hang tight. The state will be sending out guidance on how you guys should proceed. I imagine it's going to be something along the lines of after the 10th, you have to go on, create that MyUI Plus account, and then just wait for the state to finish updating the system with the new stimulus package. All right, so I think I've covered everything for the most part. What if you have exhausted and was told to continue claiming? Okay, yeah, so Shauna, like I was saying before, if you were on that extension, you'll just have to hang tight. Unfortunately, they didn't give us a lot of information in the beginning, and that's why we were just guiding everybody to request payment on the 3rd. Evidently, with those extensions, there's just no funding right now, so they're not doing anything with them until they get the new stimulus package updated. Like I said, the state will be sending you guidance on what exactly you should be doing. Just keep an eye out on your email. One thing with the emails from the state, make sure that you're checking your spam folders, make sure you're checking your trash. Sometimes they get filtered out just because of the nature of the emails, so it's kind of a giant pain. But make sure you're checking your emails really, really regularly. All right, so we have a question. What if regular claimants have the error that their claim will end if they continue with the request? That is another big one. They should still request. If you're going to request and it says you're requesting early, and if you do so, it'll end your claim, do it anyways. That's the state's guidance. It needs to get done. If you don't, there's a chance that you're going to have to jump through a number of any other holes when you get into the new system to get that week. All right, so any idea how long it will take to get the new funding? Oh, no. So I don't believe I've covered it yet. So with the new funding, they're projecting it's going to be towards the end of January and the beginning of February, around that time, before they get it all implemented and everybody's able to get paid. Again, once it is implemented, they should be able to set it up to where you will request all the weeks between when you last requested pay. So it should be, I think, December 26th if you're on those extensions, and then you'll get covered for those weeks in between. That'll also include the additional $300 per week with the new stimulus package. Again, Joanne, so it looks like you, with the new stimulus package, it's looking like end of January, beginning of February. Unfortunately, these things take time, and they have to really go through everything with the Department of Labor's guidance and make sure that they're not breaking any rules. And so it can really hold up programming for the system on those things. Again, it looks like Lacey Polk might have requested early. Great, that is the right thing to do. Again, if you are trying to request and it's giving you a really scary message that's going to shut down your unemployment, still do it. It's what you need to do. And then on the 10th, you'll create that MyUI Plus account. And once you did, as long as everything's been done correctly, you should be able to request for the week ending on the 10th. And then every week after that, you'll be requesting pay. So with the new MyUI Plus system, again, you'll be requesting pay every week, just like the PUA claimant folks. And that's how it'll work. All right, so continue to claim weeks even if your current monies have expired. Yes, Jen. If it'll let you keep requesting payment. Chances are, though, if you're still requesting payments and your claim is exhausted, you're either about to jump on PEUC or you will be getting, or you're already on PEUC, in which case it won't pay you and it'll give you that message where it says you have no weeks remaining. Again, don't worry about it too much. The state should be sending you guidance on that. All right, so Rachel Williams Shriver, you said it won't let you request. So Rachel, what I was saying earlier, again, you're going to want to make sure that, well, actually, you're probably on PEUC, which is that federal extension, and that's why it won't let you request. All right. PUA, Jessica Garment, again, PUA, you're just going to hang tight until they get the system updated. Once they do, they'll put in those weeks that you miss. That way you can request payment for them and get back paid. Austin says, I just made a claim on the 2nd of January. Do I have to register for my workforce center even if I'm on job attached? So you do still need to register with the workforce center. Again, that's just logging on to connectingcolorado.com and updating your information indicating that you're on unemployment. If you are job attached, you don't have to look for work, but registering with the workforce center on connectingcolorado.com is a requirement. All right, so I did my request the normal way and did the 2 weeks as usual. Will I get paid? Yes. So if it lets you go through with your request and you're on regular unemployment, you should get paid within 2 to 3 days after you've requested your payment. All right, I tried creating the MyUI Plus and updating my password. I think I might have messed mine up and locked my account. Joanne, that's really just like a temporary lock. So you won't be able to create that MyUI Plus account until the 10th. Again, like I was saying earlier, the system hasn't been ported over yet. They're doing that between the 6th and the 8th. So your information won't actually be in that system yet for you to go in and create that account. All right, Jen, you are very welcome. I'm glad that you're finding it helpful. We've been getting a lot of phone calls today, so I wanted to try and get this information out there. That way not everybody's freaking out, because I know it's a big deal for a lot of people. Yeah, so Jessica, there's no week certification. Again, with that PUA claim, you're just gonna have to hold tight until they get the system updated. Like I was saying earlier, it's gonna be end of January, beginning of February timeframe, and then you'll be able to request all those back weeks. All right, do we have any other questions? Or did I miss any? If I did, go ahead and repost your comment. Trying to see. All right, Austin. So you made your claim around the 2nd of January. You won't be able to request until next week. So you'll probably have to go in and log into that new MyUI Plus. And then you'll be able to request payment once that's up. You're very welcome, Rachel. Thank you for tuning in. Again, if you are tuning in, we do a Facebook Live update for our hot jobs and unemployment updates and stuff every other Friday at 9 a.m. So I'll also be doing that as well. Dalton asks, why won't it let me request my unemployment? So Dalton, it's likely because you're on a federal extension already. Like I was saying earlier, if you're on that federal extension, those funds haven't been programmed into the system, so it won't let you get paid. There should be guidance coming from the state. Again, check your email, check your mail, and they should be sending you what needs to go on next. Likely it'll be that you create that account for MyUI Plus, and then once they have the new stimulus package programmed into the system, you'll request payment for all those back weeks. All right. So Ashley said, my husband is home a day early and I only paid him for 1 week. How does he fix that? Oh, you only did his claim for 1 week. Ashley, did you file his request today and it said that it was early? All right. Is there anything that has to be done today? Jessica Hardy, the only thing that has to be done today, if you haven't requested payment yet, is to go ahead and request payment. So it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out how to request back payments. Like I said, there should be guidance coming down from the state. If you do end up having issues on it, hopefully they've got the customer service problem fixed, but you can always reach out to us at the Workforce Center. Maybe we'll have updated information down the line for you. Let's see, he did it on the 2nd instead of the 3rd. That may become an issue, Ashley. If you want to go ahead and send a messenger message to me with your contact info, I'll try and give you a call. If not today, then tomorrow morning sometime, and we'll take a look at his claim and see what's going on. All right. How do you get froze extended benefits? Did you mean federal, Brianne? So federal extended benefits were the PEUC claim you'd file after your regular unemployment claim exhausted benefits. It was its own separate claim that kind of added on to your regular unemployment. Right now, those applications aren't available, again, because the funding for that isn't programmed into the system. It cut off at the end of December. So those extensions will be able to be applied for once they have that stimulus package updated in the programming. Again, there should be guidance on how to do that. And if you'll just check in with us a little bit farther down the road, hopefully we'll have a little bit clearer guidance on exactly how you should proceed. Anybody else have any questions? I'm not seeing any. If you are catching this at a later date, PUA was exhausted. Do we get extension for the 11 weeks and we just go back to UI plus? So if your PUA was exhausted, you will get the 11-week extension. Like I was saying, as soon as they get the programming done for the new stimulus package towards the end of January, then you'll be able to start filing for those missed weeks, Chandra, and that'll get you paid and you'll be able to get caught up. Amanda Devaney said, why did reported holiday pay cause my spouse to go from approval to a pending approval? How long does it take to fix this active issue? So Amanda, if you want to send us a message with your contact info, again, in Facebook Messenger to the Mays County Workforce Center, I'll try and reach out to you either today or tomorrow sometime, and we'll go ahead and take a look at things and see what needs to be done. Brianne Downing, claim says postponed. Brianne, that could be because you're on state extended benefits, which was the additional extension. So after the federal extension, there were state extended benefits for an additional 13 weeks. Unfortunately, those ended on November 28th. And then after that, claims went to saying postponed. With those postponements, once the new stimulus package is updated, you should be able to get a further extension and cover 11 weeks, and in which case you'll request payment for those weeks that were back weeks. Austin Gish asked, is it weekly or bi-weekly? Once everyone's on the MyUI system, MyUI Plus system, requests will be weekly. All right, Chandra, you're welcome. Jessica Hardy says, I have a friend who applied in March and they sent her a code, but they keep saying her code is wrong and haven't been, I gotta see more, able to call her back. Is this something still fixable? What number does she call? So it might be a PIN issue. Jessica, if you could just send us a message in Facebook Messenger, we'll just include your contact info or your friend's contact info, and we'll give them a call here soon. All right, do you have to apply for the extension or do I just request payment? So Bernadette, there are no extensions that you can apply for right now. Again, once the stimulus package is programmed, I imagine there'll be another way of applying for that extension again. And then ideally a way for you to backdate it because of the program not being up and running just yet. And it covers from beginning of January through, I believe, March 11th. All right. Okay. But yes, Bernadette, normally you would have to apply for the extension. Just requesting payment won't necessarily get you paid. But right now, if it allows you to request payment, go ahead and do that. That way you can be automatically back paid for any weeks once the extension is applied. All right. Well, that puts us at around 19 minutes right now. If you are watching this video and you have questions later on, please post them in the comments or send us a message on Facebook Messenger. Either way, we try and stay on top of things. We know everybody's having a really tough time. I thank you guys all for tuning in. If you have anybody that has any questions, please direct them towards this video. I'll get it posted up on YouTube here soon. That way, if anybody doesn't have a Facebook account, you can share it that way as well. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Again, we're doing a Facebook Live update this Friday where you can ask more questions, and I'll have more information hopefully, and I'll also have a bunch of hot jobs and stuff that are available here in town that everybody can check out. Thank you for tuning in, and please let us know if you have any questions. All right, take care.